He was invisible. Just another cleaner in a navy blue uniform. 7 years pushing a mop past glass offices, while executives barely looked up. She scrubbed their marble floors, removed their coffee stains, and ate cold rice in a janitor's closet while they toasted champagne in rooftop boardrooms. Her name was Grace. And no one remembered it. But she remembered theirs. Especially one man. Roland Akani, the ICCO of Virex Technologies. Rich, ruthless, untouchable. She had only seen him twice. And both times he never spoke to her. He didn't have to. His assistant once told her to stop breathing so loudly when he passed by. He didn't see her as human, just part of the furniture. But Grace wasn't always a cleaner. She once held a degree in accounting, dreams of building a career. Until her husband vanished with all their savings, leaving her with a newborn and debt that drowned her faster than any ocean ever could. She took the cleaning job to survive, to homeschool her daughter by day, to eat one meal and give the other to the child she now lived for. Then one rainy night, everything changed. The office was empty. Grace was cleaning the 31st floor boardroom when she saw it. A USB drive labeled, Project Phoenix, Confidential. He took it home, driven by curiosity, or maybe destiny. What she found made her blood run cold. Files exposing Roland's master plan to fire over 500 staff without compensation. Fake invoices, shell companies, forged signatures, fraud so big it could collapse everything. And she, the invisible cleaner, held the evidence that could destroy him. She didn't sleep for days. Then she acted. She left anonymous letters with the HR director, the financial controller, and even one on Roland's desk. Chaos erupted. Board members flew in unannounced. The press circled like vultures. Roland demanded interrogations, but never suspected Grace. Why would he? She was just the woman who cleaned his glass walls, who walked with her eyes lowered, who didn't exist in his world. Weeks later, he was arrested mid-meeting. Grace watched it on a borrowed tee. Her daughter beside her, silent joy in her chest. Justice whispered. The company survived. The corrupt board was purged. And a 20 million Nigerian Naira's whistleblower fund was deposited, quietly, into her dormant account. Grace paid off her debts, bought her daughter books and a future. Then came the biggest shock of all. A new CEO was appointed, reclusive, mysterious, known only as the ghost boss, until one day Grace, now hired as a consultant for the whistleblower program, was summoned to the boardroom, and there he was, not Roland, but someone else, someone she once fed Zobo and bread during his intern days, a forgotten boy who had cried in the stairwell after being humiliated by Roland Akani. He had vanished, built an empire abroad, bought a controlling share in the company, and now stood before her, with love in his eyes, and a ring in his hand. He dropped to one knee, looked her in the eyes and proposed. He said yes. But the next morning, a letter arrived. No name, just 4 blood-red words. You should have stayed silent. And the past she buried came clawing out. 15 years ago, Grace worked as a junior auditor in a government agency. She discovered a ghost salary scheme, filed a report, but it was leaked. Her mentor was poisoned. Her best friend disappeared, and Grace? She ran, changed her name, became a cleaner to disappear. Now, someone from that past knew she was alive. Someone who wanted revenge. Michael, the new CEO, and her fiancé, launched an investigation. They found a security feed, a shadow entering her office at 2:13 a.m. Limping, cane in hand. Grace recognized the walk. Delhi Akbar, the criminal mastermind behind the old ghost account scandal. Presumed dead. Now stalking her again. They baited him, planted a fake confession online. He took it, called her, and threatened her daughter. Told her to come to an abandoned lighthouse at midnight. Alone. She went, and found him waiting. Maya, her daughter, bound and crying. Delhi sneered. You should have stayed in the shadows. She stared him down, but didn't come empty-handed. She wore a hidden recorder. And as he confessed everything, SWAT stormed the building. Maya was rescued. Delhi arrested. Grace became a national hero. The cleaner who tore down a corporate empire. The mother who fought the system and won. Then, a photo surfaced. A man in a clinic. Gray beard. Tired eyes. His name Obina. Her dead husband. The man she mourned for 13 years was still alive. She traveled with Michael to Cross River State, to a small rural compound, And there, beneath a mango tree, sat the man she once loved, writing poetry in a leather notebook. When he saw her, he whispered, "Grace." Her heart cracked. He said he was told she died in the fire, that he hid to survive. She let him meet Maya, and for a moment peace returned, but then Interpol called, with a voice heavy and cold. Obinanwachukwu was confirmed dead in 2010. DNA matched. The man she brought back is Kalu Egwatu. He wasn't her husband, he was Delhi's second in command, and he was in her house, feeding her daughter yam porridge, smiling with stolen memories. She didn't confront him. Not yet. She set a trap, planted fake data. Let him believe she kept the Virex vault passcodes in her safe. At 3:07 a.m. he entered her bedroom, opened the safe, found nothing but a card with one word: liar. Cameras caught it all. But before they could act, power cut, cameras blacked out, Maya vanished. He left a note: "Nice try. One more move, and you'll lose her for real this time." They tracked him to the docks. Grace went alone, and there he was, holding Maya, who was blindfolded. He mocked her, said she played a good game. He pressed her pen, live streaming their exchange to cybercrime officers. When he lunged, a gunshot rang out. Michael stepped forward, weapon in hand. "No one hurts my family," he said. Kalu was arrested. Grace reclaimed her power, reclaimed her story. But in a prison months later, Kalu sat across from a new man, face hidden, voice low. "She's good, but she has no idea what's coming." And just like that, the story wasn't over. Because sometimes, the ones the world overlooks are the ones who bring it to its knees. Sometimes, justice wears no robe. It wears a uniform, and pushes a mop, and raises a child, and burns corruption to the ground with nothing but courage and truth. Grace didn't need to be seen. She needed to be heard. And when she finally was, the world could never unhear her. Life lesson from the story: never underestimate those who seem powerless. The quiet ones, the forgotten ones, the ones who clean up the mess others leave behind. They are often the very ones who will rise when no one else dares. Power is not in titles, it's in truth. And truth always finds the light. To be continued. Are you thrilled with our storyline? Subscribe to Crime Files Uncovered for more exciting stories.